Hey there guys, welcome back to the Beard Has All Grown Up, and today this is one of my Let's Play videos of Divinity Original Sin number 2, a sequel to a game that I was honestly not very good at, since my strategy mostly involved in that game was setting everything on fire, because of the goddamn stupid undead enemies you had to constantly find in the game that constantly kept poisoning you. Anyway, I better get my character's butt moving along. Um, well, I guess I should tell you about some of the new features that they have added into this game. One of them has been the races, which is really good because honestly, human beings are a very boring choice of race to always play. Seriously, if you're living in a fantasy setting slash science fiction setting, why would you really have the point of view of a story from a human? We already know what they're like. They can be great friends, but also sometimes great assholes. Anyway, so this game, Divinity, is quite interesting as a game because it harkens back to a much more older style of RPGs. One of the more interesting features about the game is that it doesn't really have a class system per se. Instead, it more opts for I guess you would call it a package system, where you basically choose sort of starting packages. Like, for me, I chose the Witch, which gave me a lot of abilities that cause status effects like poison and bleed. Which is really incredibly very useful. As you can see, there's all the different state effects, and these little damn annoying, whatever they call them, void worms or whatever, actually create sort of a cursed ground that I can't exactly move to. As you can see here, this is about how much action points I can have, and unfortunately I've drained them. Unfortunately, the enemies in these games... Oh, sorry, I should read that. I know you, blah blah blah. Trying to scare the crap out of me. Giant worm thing. The other thing too was the witch packet, which makes it good, is that because I have leech, it means that if I basically suffer any sort of kind of damage, I can literally heal myself by just drinking the blood around me. I better just move away. One of the cool abilities you actually get with being a dwarf is petrify. I know it's not exactly called that, but I can't really think of honestly the name for it. And now I'm just running away. Because as a spellcaster, I really need to keep my enemies at distance, which doesn't seem to be all working that very well. Let me try to get rid of this guy. And he's dead. Well, fried into ashes. And like I said, was a starting gear, so if you play as one of the spellcasters like the wizard, you'd get this pretty cool looking little makeshift sort of staff, which I honestly actually really like. Okay, I know my attack is going to be really useless against this guy since he's petrified and can't move. Since he's immune to all status effect, but it seemed to have done the work. The ground appears to be cursed. There's more to me than the eye was these creatures. I apologize for my reading skills. I have autism, so it really makes it a pain in the ass for me to read. Especially to write. But that's beside the point of things. And these guys have buggery all in there. Well, they had buggery all really on them, so let's check out what this corpse has on them. As in typical fashion, in most RPGs, I will just be looting everything. Well, everything except that's rare, because that basically means you're stealing. And weirdly enough, in these games, I have a weird moral system that I basically don't steal or try to set my enemies on fire. Because ever since watching that episode on X-Files, was that pyrokinesis guy, I've been put off fire for a good long time. Anyway, we better start picking up some stuff, because the one thing in this game I will have to mention is it is very loot heavy, and things are bloody ridiculously expensive, so you want to buy as much good gear as you can, but it's not going to be exactly the most easiest of things to do. Because some items, like, say if you want to buy a skill book, usually will cost like 50 gold, which is ridiculous. Anyway, we better recruit one of our first companions. Yeah, you actually did get some pre-made characters. I didn't really show that scene because I have a sort of a stupid time limit on my YouTube videos, so I can only record so much before the thing will just basically tell me that I can't upload it. So I'll probably end the video after I recruit the Red Prince, who I wish they would kept from the first game that you would have a second companion you could have created, because I would have loved that, really. But that's just me. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water, was something rather. His skin is bright, blood red color. You never seen before. You never have seen a lizard such as this. Greet him. Was a pleasure. You perhaps want to make his acquaintance. The lizard turns around with a graceful ease of a dancer, or whatever that means. He looks you up and down with less than impressed expression. Well, great, he sounds like a real jackass. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance, too, for I have yet to meet a soul on this desolated island worth of the honor. And what worth of this honor? I recall facing. Would they answer blah 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 to Denana? Say you are interested by the color of his skin, the fact that this is the first time you ever seen a red lizard. That's because I'm the only one. They call me the Red Prince. The something spawn, sire, whatever of the sun. They say that I was born. The sun did not set for 7 days, so it embraced me. She was the little red one. So they endured me with blah blah. Sorry, my English is really crap. But this is as it is may. In fact, I was rather lucky to be born a prince. I made my something rather. I had been a common born. They might have had down me my will, whatever. Notice that he seems quite alone. Does he ever consider looking for companionship? No. Would it be such a something burden to have him be at the sea? If it was, I find it. Did it? But no. That's what true remorse. I don't know why I even telling you this, but at this place, there's definitely something moment in time. I'm quite beyond the veils that would otherwise impress me. I find my mind wandering along, walking like something or other. You see, to such it. Oh, not such. It is. The most something or other. Express your honor and outright, your horror and something or other, that you never been never mind. Indeed, yes, you may have such said before me, for love is lost and ununique. For oh joy, I don't know what that is. I was born into a world of something or other. I have no right to leave with a peasant. Say that above all his right to climb back to out of the abyss, that you would join you in the interest of escaping from the island. Escape? I had not considered that option, being I have never even observed in my nature. Perhaps you would please me. I admit, I am intentionally bored by it, but don't tell me. Why would I consider it lost with you? Dwarves make good house slaves, not considered in the arms. Make it clear you are not a slave, and never will you be. Show the lizard the worth of a free woman. In that case, oh boy. We will travel. Lead on. Oh, brace for freedom. I'm probably getting all that wrong. Okay, and I will stop the video here because I'm probably already overstating my links for it.